Hey, this is Kendall coming at you with the Hutch Connect podcast. This is podcast number 3?
3. Yep.
3. And we've got Abby, Joey, Justin with BFOBIDS. I can't wait to hear about this because it's always been kind of a mystery to me. And I know I need to go in there. So introduce yourself and your business.
Yeah, I'm Justin Bright, and I own BFO, and we have an auction side of it, BFOBIDS.com, and we recently added a retail site, BFO2go.com.
BFO to go. So is it online shopping and then purchase and I can come pick it up?
Correct. So the auction side is just the auction side. That's everybody knows what those are. Mm-hmm. And then the retail side is exactly that. It's very similar to your big box commerce. So Amazon, Walmart Marketplace, that kind of deal.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
So you can go on there, view the items, purchase them, pick them up in store same day, or you can have it delivered. We also do delivery. So we
offer delivery. Oh.
Yep. We have a all-electric delivery van.
I've seen that.
Yep. And we service Hutchinson, Bueller, South Hutchinson, and Inman currently.
Okay, but let's back up real quick. All-electric delivery van. Talk to me about that. I didn't know that existed.
Yeah, I didn't either, actually. We were looking for a ProMaster van and came across a Amazon spec van, actually. So it was made for Amazon by their specs, and it ended up available that they didn't take it. I guess there was a hail ding or something, and they didn't take it. And so we ended up with it.
Nice.
Which is kind of interesting, yeah. But
did you find the hail ding?
We did, and we're eventually going to wrap it anyways. So hailed it not really an issue for us. But yeah, it's pretty cool, and it works just fine for this area that we're in and the distance and everything. So figured we'd take advantage of that.
And it's all electric.
Perfect. All electric.
Not even a hybrid. Wow.
No. Nope.
Navy blue, like the Amazon.
It is literally an Amazon van without the giant Amazon smile on the side.
Do you know how many people probably get excited and disappointed at the same time when they go down the block?
Yes.
That's awesome. So you do offer delivery. Is that also with the auction items?
We do. We do delivery, and we also offer a Loop membership service. So basically it's $14.99 in anything that you buy off of the retail site or any of the items off of the auction site that are available for shipping, all included, free delivery within 48 hours off both sites.
See, I told you I was excited about this one because I've just kind of taken this over.
Well, and it's cool because now you can shop local and get a lot of the things that that you weren't able to get before, right? Like,
correct.
And then you're still supporting local, which we quit Amazon. We were done with it. I'm like, why are we giving these people our money? They don't need our money at all.
That's 100% kind of where we were going with that.
Yeah.
We don't really like supporting the big box stores, and one of the local option, there really isn't anything
at all. Yeah.
And so we decided to give it a shot right here in the Hutch Bueller area.
Sure.
And see if that was something that anybody else was interested in.
So what is BFO to go? What kind of gap does that fill then?
Well, there's a lot of people we found that just don't like the auction process, which is perfectly fine. Sure. A lot of people, that's their jam. They absolutely love that.
Right.
But there's some that just want to go on and buy it and be done with it.
Right.
And so we decided to add that as an option as well.
Nice.
The BFO to go retail site is also a platform that's available for other businesses. So if you have a business in the area and you wanted to add your products on there, we do offer that.
Okay.
And that we handle delivery, everything else for the product. So if you have a business and you want to take it online while still staying local, you could absolutely do that.
Very good. And you guys handle all the digital end of that stuff, or how?
Every part of it, yeah.
Wow.
So they could bring in their items, meet with us, and we handle all of it. The listing, the fulfillment.
And then they also
different than your FBA for Amazon.
Sure.
Right? So you can send your items into Amazon and have them fulfilled by them. It's really the same concept.
I see.
Just locally.
But again, local. I love that. Yep. That's cool.
Yeah, we'll chat afterwards. Try to remind me. I've got something I'll run by you.
Perfect.
I can't talk one of our other clients. So let's take a step back. How did BFO start? Where'd the concept come from?
Yeah, so I'd actually been doing online sales and liquidation for years. I've actually been doing it now for, I guess it'd be close to 11 years coming up. And so that was Amazon and eBay and all your typical reseller type platforms that we used. And we did that for quite a few years. And then we decided we wanted to add in the auction side of things and do some local auctions and bring it back in instead of, going on these other platforms and shipping things all across the country, which is great. We really wanted to have more of a local presence. And so we decided to start the auction side of things. And we did that, I guess that would be 2023, about midway through 2023. And it's been going ever since. And so we just keep adding services as customers have requested it. So we had the auction side, then we added the retail side. And that's really kind of how it's been. And we're even adding more services now. We just added the estate sale services, a few days ago. And so it just seems to never end. We just keep adding and adding and growing. And
I can understand that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So is when you say the estate sale, is that run through as an e-commerce also?
So that is tied in with the auction side of things.
With the delivery service.
The delivery service will maybe apply to some of those. It'll depend. But yeah, we had a quite big drive to push for the estate sales. And we had considered bringing, some other estate sale company on board to help with that and everything else. And the more we looked into it, we decided we'd just like to have the way that we do it instead of somebody else. So we put together a team to do that and launched it a couple days ago. And so
awesome.
now, it's going to be pretty exciting. I think a lot of the customer base on there is pretty excited about it. And so.
Well, you sound like a
I love
jackrabbit
an estate
running.
sale.
You have an estate sale?
No, I love them.
Yeah.
Don't you love going?
I
We
love
need to have
them.
You know what
estate sale.
sucks is the Thursday. I hate the Thursday of an estate
Oh yeah,
sale.
the last day is the best.
Well, but the goodies might be gone.
No.
Well, the beauty of that online one, it doesn't work like that.
That's right.
So you don't have people in the house and you don't have to go multiple days. It's all online right there. No foot traffic in the house, no awkward stuff with, your...
Yeah.
Well, the
Sounds good to
hardest
me.
part is you find something you like, your wife's detached because she's in the damn bathroom looking at stuff, and you kind of loiter in that spot to make sure nobody else can see it.
Sure.
I'm a pretty big dude. I could screen a lot of product. It just really gets awkward. So you guys sound like a jackrabbit is just running with new ideas, and that's great to hear. But why is it in Bueller?
Well, so we were located in Hutch, and we've rented a couple different places here and leased the buildings, and they didn't work out. And then we looked for another one, and we were really struggling to find the right place. And that's kind of when I came across the van, and everything kind of clicked. And it was like, well, let's just pull it back to our warehouse in Bueller since we have plenty of room there, and let's just cover the whole area with the van.
So you started in Bueller.
Correct. We started in Bueller and then expanded out into Hutch in the past. I guess we were in Hutch for past couple years, and decided with the van and the warehouse in Bueller, we'd be able to service a much larger area. So that way we can cover Inman, Bueller, Hutch, and South Hutch, and some of the outside surrounding areas where if you have a location, just a building, brick and mortar, they're forced to come to you and you can't really service it as well. So it just made a little bit more sense.
And this is kind of a neat metro area where South Hutch, Nickerson, Bueller, it all touches.
Yep.
Right.
In one way or another.
Right.
So.
Yeah, nothing's more than, 15 minutes away or so.
Yeah.
Even in town, it's about the same distance for us to get over here as it is for us to get to Bueller.
Correct.
But
a lot of people don't see it that way.
Sure. Well, when you have kids that go to school there,
Yeah.
we live on the north side of town.
School,
So.
you get it. It's the same distance as driving across Hutchinson, but a lot of people think of Bueller as going to Wichita, and it's really just not that far. But unless you drive it, you don't typically know that, and so offering the delivery has really helped a lot with that.
And you're not wasting your time if you stop by Bueller because there's stuff going on downtown.
Absolutely.
There's always something going on
Yeah,
there.
little grocery store there.
Yep.
Got a nice little, what's the store, the secondhand store that's run by the church there?
That actually just moved to Hutch.
What?
Yeah.
Yes, recently.
So here I am bragging about
Yeah.
Bueller.
Well,
It was really
it
cool.
just moved out there. There's a whole new set of businesses in that area already.
Really?
Yeah. So Bueller already has all those buildings already filled with new businesses.
It's a shame they don't have Bueller Connect.
Right?
Yeah.
My
Just throwing
uncle
it
said
out there.
that actually.
Yeah.
Did he? Okay. Well, Hutch Connect makes sense. So
Interesting.
Go ahead. I feel like I'm running this show.
No, you're
because
good.
the BFO has always fascinated me.
Yeah, me too. What's one of the most interesting things you've seen being sold by someone like one of your clients?
Oh man.
Because I'm sure that
This
there's
could get
some stories.
What are we trying to keep this podcast rated?
Yeah. Hey,
Let's go with a G rating.
yeah, family friendly.
I have seen everything from crazy taxidermy to you name it.
Really?
I have seen some wild things come through there.
Interesting.
Everything from X-rated things
Yeah.
to your absolutely weirdest things.
And you guys
can
are
imagine.
kind of hands off with it as long as it's legal. You guys are selling it, right?
We pretty much we try and keep some of the. We don't put any of the adult
Sure.
items that we get in on there
Sure,
or any of the firearms. But yeah, I mean, anything else. Yeah, it's pretty
Interesting.
much just free game.
I think the estate sale will be kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Because
Those
you
are
don't
always
have any
interesting.
idea. We took a tour of a 92-year-old guy's house, and Wyatt found a fedora. 92-year-old guy's got nice fedoras. And then we went in a room and had an anime collection. 92 years old. He was
Wow.
into anime.
Yeah.
We scored that day.
That is a great
all over the
Well, we
place.
saw at Comic-Cons, and
Right.
we wanted that kind of stuff. And
Sure.
fortunately, my wife's into anime. Can't say I am.
We sell anime stuff on the site all the time too.
I didn't need to hear that.
That's very
We're broke.
popular.
Yep, it is. It absolutely is.
Yeah.
We get a lot of it in. So there's anything under the sun ends up on that site.
That's the fun part about it.
So, what's the biggest challenges that you guys have ran into on the business side?
Ooh, I would say growth is probably the biggest problem. Things tend to grow quickly, and it's a real struggle to keep up with that, not only in just infrastructure, but funding and everything that comes with it.
Sure.
I think if I could go back, I think I would grow slower.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit easier to manage.
Rein things in a little bit and
Yeah.
make sure you're following the processes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably been the biggest struggle is trying to manage that. Trying not to outgrow what you're capable
Sure.
of maintaining.
Yeah, and I know I have ideas constantly about, oh, we should do this, and it's finding the time to execute all these things and to execute them the way that I want to execute them.
Yes.
But also at the same time, you're like, well, I want to do this, I want to get ahead of it, but you got to kind of slow down sometimes, I think, and just kind of trust the process almost.
Yes, and I am very much a builder. I want to build things. I have a new idea, I'm all in.
Right.
And so, yeah, it takes reining back a little bit of
Yeah.
self-control.
That's where she comes in. Sometimes I need her to do it a little bit more because like I said, I could just, in the mornings, I'm a morning guy already, and I'm just like, oh, well, we can do this. We can do this.
Yes.
How cool would this be? And I have the tech background to make it happen, which is even more dangerous sometimes.
Yes.
I could spend hours on things just because it sounds like it's fun to me, and then
If it sounds like a good idea, I'm gonna always probably say yes.
yeah.
That's my
'Cause if they
problem
ha-
too. Kim
yeah.
says yes. It's
because you never know.
Well, I've run some pretty stupid ideas by her, and she bobbleheads them. But again, I'm like you. I'm 4 a.m. I'm working, and she gets up and she's grumpy frumpy, and I've run something by her, and she's like, "Yeah, that's great," because she's just worried about coffee.
Well, and that's another thing too. Your wife, you guys work together. It's kind of an interesting dynamic. I think for some people it works out very well, and for some people they're divorced. I think you almost have to.
There's no meeting.
No, you almost have to. It almost has to work. I mean, if you're gonna if you're gonna have a business together, you have to be able to tell each other sometimes maybe when something's not a great idea. But then, celebrate the wins together too. That's the other side of it. That's great. You get to do some of that too.
It's the most patience testing
Sure.
thing, but also the most rewarding. It
is.
and it comes with some
Absolutely.
huge benefits.
Yep.
I get to spend every day with my wife, right?
Right.
And if some days we're not going to get along, I think that's just natural when you're around somebody
Sure.
24 hours a day. But
Sure.
it's a huge benefit. I wouldn't want it any other way. And
Yeah.
which is kind of one of those things where I said I'd like to see other people start businesses.
right.
I'd like to encourage that. I don't want to push people away from it. That's a huge bonus.
Yeah.
Is being able to have some family time. Everybody has a kid that gets sick at school. It's really nice to be able to just not have to question it and just be able to go pick them up, not find a replacement at work to cover your shift or whatever the case may be. It's huge benefits to it. So,
well, and if we don't have people starting these kind of businesses and doing these kind of things, the big corporations will take everything over, basically.
100%.
And, I'm of the mind that what really makes a town and gives it its identity, are these smaller businesses. You start putting in the bigger corporations and stuff, and it's just another boring big city kind of, right?
Yep.
That's one thing about Bueller is it's got that small town feel over there. Whenever we've went, her uncle is police officer over there, and we go to some of the events over there and stuff, and it's definitely like the small town charm is definitely there. Hutch has it for sure, but it's so much smaller over there. It's really focused,
and they've really kind of fought to keep that. Dollar General tried to come in, and
we were part of that push.
They voted to not do that. We've really tried to keep that small town feel while still covering all the bases.
Sure.
So.
Well, given the advantage of the grocery store. So we were in Haven for over a decade. We moved to Hutch 4 or 5 years ago, but as soon as Dollar General went in, changed the town.
Yep.
No more food liner lunches in Haven.
No, those chicken strips
and I
are
lived
gone.
off those for quite a while when I worked in
chicken
when
strips.
I've never had them.
God almighty. I found the cook, though. She's at another small grocery store. Where at? Inman. No, not in Inman.
Well, no, and
it's right down the road.
closed
No,
too.
I think she's in Colwich. She was in Colwich. We stumbled in. We were there to get whatever, but then I saw her. I said, I need chicken strips.
I'm down to bring her back if we can put together some kind of
you go.
portfolio to offer a job.
Are there any empty buildings?
Yeah, and you're talking about Bueller, the texture of it. You go in there, it's clean, it's well kept. It is that thing that's going extinct. That it feels great going down. I love the little town. Plus, you have Idea Tech down there.
We got Idea Tech. We also got a new mayor who I think is really going to do some great things there.
That's good. To
He's really focused on putting Bueller to where we all think it should be. More events, cleaning up downtown, beautifying that a little bit. He's really focused on helping the businesses and bringing new small businesses in.
That's a big thing, I think, when everybody is on board to if nothing else, make it not complicated to run a business in the town. You don't have to give them the world and sell them the world, but just make it easy.
Right.
Or make it give some kind of benefit for it. Because I've heard some horror stories, and not even necessarily here. You just hear them all the time, about towns that make it hard to run a business.
Some of them do. There's a lot of them. Bueller is not really that way. They're really helpful when it comes to starting a small business, down to everything from signage to, I've seen multiple people that have, not even in, public office there or anything, just part community members that really will dig deep and help you find a building, help you find, for instance, we had a burger restaurant open there, it was, I think when they opened, it was a few years ago, maybe something like that. But I know that everybody went on board and was helping them find, a fryer, the vent hood, all that stuff, tracking down everything they needed, helping get set up.
We had a burger in there. What was it? Maybe a month ago.
So, the community really comes together to help any way they can to get businesses That's in awesome. There. I've seen it time after time. So,
well, Salina, if you have a burger joint, you can't paint the wall.
Boy. Yeah.
So we're going to the Supreme Court on this one.
Yeah, I feel like you could actually put a mural on the side of your plate. In fact, we have a mural on the side of Bubba's Burgers, and we didn't have to sue anybody.
Now, I'm telling you right now, Hutch
so
is good
what a
at
concept.
So Salina could maybe take some notes.
Yeah,
they're not
Save
checking
some
too
money.
many boxes.
Yeah.
So I'm about to say something stupid about Salina. And I love Salina.
I do too, actually. When that happened, I was pretty bummed because their downtown's great.
It's awesome.
And that burger place is awesome.
It's amazing.
But it's only a half-painted wall. You're like, what's going to happen here?
Sure.
Where are we going? And they got beautiful murals all through town.
Yep.
They even did that damn silo.
Yeah, I imagine one of the council members or something showed up there 2 minutes after they closed, and it was I don't know. That's all I can figure. Personal vendetta, because I don't know how you could go against Cozy's. The burgers are the best, and I thought the mural actually kind of looks like it's going to be cool if they ever get to finish it.
Yeah.
If they could,
So you conceptualize it. So what's the name of the mayor in Bueller?
Ryan Ray.
Ryan Ray, mayor. So shout out to him.
Yep.
And what he's got cooking down there,
That's cool.
and bringing in business and making it friendly.
Very
That's
good.
for sure. Absolutely. And what's the name of the burger joint there?
Well, there's Bubba Burgers now. They're the
Bubba
newest, and then
Burgers.
I believe Burger Depot, but I don't know if they're open.
Was that the
in
one on
person.
South?
I think they went to a food truck, but I'm not quite sure.
Bubba took care of that.
So yeah,
There you go. Get in your truck. We got the town.
I guess so. Yeah.
That's awesome. So what's happening in the future? What do you see happening?
In the future, I think we're going to continue to add services, and maybe locations is kind of the plan. We have a lot of bidders and customers in the Wichita area too. So that's probably down the road. But like I said, trying to rein yourself back in on growth, I don't think that's going to happen immediately. But that's definitely probably where the direction is, at least.
So your reach is how far? Wichita and beyond?
We have bidders in, I think, 17 states now.
Really?
It's a nice thing with
You'd be surprised how far people will drive for certain items. It's
Well, we've heard some of them.
some of them we ship too.
I mean-
we ship worldwide anyways.
If
with
you're
our
a
other side of the
taxidermy guy,
business. So yeah,
if you're a taxidermy guy, you don't see that pop up.
well, yeah,
every
you
day.
got to get it where you can. I mean,
and especially with estate sales. I mean, you have vehicles and things like that, and people are happy to drive to another state to pick up a classic car they haven't can't find around their area or something.
Yeah, kick it if you get an Austin Healey. Kim used to have an Austin Healey. I'm just thinking of a glorious taxidermied Kansas coyote. So keep me on the checklist for that.
I'd like to see some more if there's any taxidermy people out there. They're super entertaining. Especially bad taxidermy. If you've seen any of that.
I have seen some of that.
it's a
I was
lot of
gonna
fun.
say.
There's a Facebook group for some of that
There
stuff.
you go.
and
I'd say you can just Google
so
bad
much fun.
taxidermy and
It is
kill
so
a
much
half
fun.
hour pretty
Yes.
easy.
What's funnier, because I've not seen the bad taxidermy Facebook group, but bad tattoos or bad taxidermy?
I think it's coin flip.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
Depends on
There's
the
a
day.
mesh, I think, there. Call it the TNT site and just go from there.
Yeah. There you go.
There it is.
So one thing that we wanted to do, and we're starting it off so you don't get the luxury of having someone else's question for you.
Okay.
But we wanted to have our guests come up with a question for the next guest that we would ask them. So I'm going to just come up with one for you just because obviously.
Is it for the immediate next guest?
Yes, it is. Yeah. And you get the luxury too of knowing who the next guest is. Most of the time they're not going to know. So,
I do. I'll be nice though.
yeah. So I was going to ask you, what's one risk that you took that paid off for you?
Oh, let's see.
Hope it's not too tough.
I'd say it was doing this in general.
Really?
I quit my job and jumped in with both feet.
And that's scary for sure.
That was by far the most terrifying.
Yeah.
If I remember right, my wife was 6 months pregnant.
Oh, wow.
Cow.
That
You're bold,
adds
my
a
man.
layer then.
Yeah, and I had a nice, consistent salary position, and I decided this isn't what I want to do the rest of my life. And apparently that day was the day I decided it was going to happen. And so that was a huge risk.
Sure.
Huge risk. And thankfully I trusted my gut and put in the effort. And it's
paid off. Yeah.
So
Very cool. Very cool.
I think that's kind of the biggest step is you do have to take that first
Yeah,
step.
absolutely. And that's where,
And that's almost always the most terrifying because it's unknown.
and that's where the most kind of growth comes, right? You start getting so comfortable with things and you just kind of coast. Some people don't like that feeling of coasting, but being comfortable is nice sometimes.
Yeah, I get uncomfortable when I'm comfortable.
Yep. Yeah,
Right? I need to
absolutely.
be doing something else. So
Yep, I like that.
yeah, I think we're a lot alike in that aspect probably.
Okay, so what is the one question that you would have us ask the next guest? Again, you know who the guest is going to be, so don't beat him up too bad.
What is
He gets some time to think about it too, so he's a little bit luckier on this.
Let's see. What is something that you thought 5 years ago was a good idea that you have since learned is not?
Okay.
When it comes to business.
Okay, that's a good
So
one.
what is something coming in that you thought, or it doesn't even have to be coming in if you've had your business longer than that.
Okay.
But just something that you thought 5 years ago that may have changed.
Okay.
Right?
I like that.
Or your position changed on it kind of thing.
All right. we'll have a little bit of time to think about it too. So
Yeah.
very good. Very good.
Well, Justin, thank you for joining us. BFO Bids and BFO on the go or to go.
BFO to go. So
BFO to
BFO,
go.
the number 2, GO.
And is that .com?
And that is .com. It's also on the Shop app if you're familiar with Shopify's app.
Yeah.
It's also there too. And then the Bright Estate Services is the same phone number as our regular phone number. So you can always just reach out there or just contact us on the support email on the site.
That's awesome. So if you guys like instant gratification, you can buy it now, or if you love auctions, or you can go both ways, I guess. So
Yeah.
that'd be kind of fun. Well, thanks a lot for joining us.
You bet. Thank you for
very
having
much.
me. Thanks.
Yep. Absolutely.
Hey, this is Kendall with Hutch Connect coming at you with the second segment. I was going to get that word out. We've got Josh here with JZ Auto Appearance
Specialties.
I didn't get that part down. Hey, welcome to Knackle Studios.
Thank you.
Hey, tell us a little bit about your business and what you do.
So we're a local auto body shop here in Hutchinson. We have 2 locations, one shop in Hutchinson, one shop in South Hutch. We are about to celebrate 10 years in business June 1st.
Nice. Congratulations. That's a big number.
Yeah.
It is.
Real big number.
Yep.
I got a 1985 Suburban.
Mm-hmm.
Love that Suburban, but she's got the cancer.
Yeah. That's one thing we do and don't do. I have a guy that'll help with rust repair, and he is wanting to do more of it. So we're getting more involved with that.
Okay.
That's a big thing that people bring by the shop is want to get some rust fixed up on their vehicles, and it depends on how bad it is. So
Sure.
I forgot he was in the bathroom. So that's where we're going to edit maybe some shots of your store or your rust guy or whatever.
Cool, yeah.
We'll figure it out. Oh,
yeah.
We'll put
figure
some
it out.
magic on that.
Oh yeah. I trust you.
Well, my 85 Suburban, I bought it 18, 19 years ago. And then it's set for 10 years. And then about 4 months ago, I had to go to Ponca City, and I just went out and started it and drove it.
there you go.
Probably not
Nice.
a good idea with the tires. And
Yeah.
the rust. Got a lot of rust while I was sitting there.
Yeah.
So what started your business?
So I had worked for my old boss for 10 years. It was a local shop called BK Auto Body, or B&K Auto Body, excuse me. And worked for him for 10 years and then got to a point where him and his family were wanting to move, and he wanted to sell the business. And so I ended up buying the business from him and then changed the name and then have brought more services into what we do with the shop. And grown the business since then. Originally, when it first started out, we were just like a mobile business. We had mobile vans that we'd go to car dealerships, buff scratches, paint their bumper on site for them, do some headlight restoration, stuff like that. We did that for the first about 3 years or so, and then we started gaining some more traction, got some more retail customers coming through, and then we started evolving into bigger work, insurance work, more retail customers, and it's just been growing ever since.
And yeah, and you got 2 buildings, right?
2 shops, yeah.
One here in
we
Hutch and
opened the second shop in January 2023.
What's the address for the one in Hutch?
1232 East 3rd Avenue.
Okay.
Yep. And then South Hutch is 36 State Street in South Hutchinson.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome. So 2 shops. How long were you with one shop?
7 years.
Okay. So how long? You've had 3 years with the second shop.
Yeah, January 1st was the 3rd year in the second shop. Yep.
How's that juggling 2 locations?
It's a lot. I'm running around all the time. Like I'm constantly looking for a shop to put everything under one roof. The reason why we got a second shop is because we just got so bottlenecked in there. We were doing really good, but we were almost working on top of each other, and so we needed something more. And then so it's the old Joe's Body Shop. It was a body shop for 20 some years in our local community. And then so it came available for sale, and I was able to get it picked up and had to do some upgrades thanks to the city of Hutchinson, but had to definitely do some upgrades. I bought it in April of 2022, and I had to go through a bunch of upgrades and everything and couldn't get my occupancy till January. So
they do keep a good eye on those things, don't they?
yeah,
do.
yeah,
Real
but
close.
it's all good. So yeah, we're good. We're good now.
So, and you guys partner with dealerships too, right?
Yeah, so our South Hutch shop is mainly dealership work.
Okay.
So for the local dealerships around town, where we'll paint bumpers or replace a bumper, a hood, do extensive buff. Like if a car gets traded in, it's got a bunch of scratches all over it, we'll buff it all out. Fogged over headlights is something we do all the time.
It's a big one.
Big one because it's a big change. It's a big difference.
Absolutely. It
And
makes a car look totally different.
It really
Or
does.
truck,
Yeah.
whatever
And the
vehicle,
fact that we're able to offer that service and save people money instead of them having to replace their whole headlight assembly, which can be very expensive.
Sure.
I mean, headlights now on a newer Chevy truck are about $1,500 a headlight.
Well, and that's mobile as well, right? You guys go to.
Yeah, we'll go to the dealership and do that stuff mobile for them.
Do you guys do that for individuals as well? The mobile headlight?
Yes, we do. And that's one thing we're really going to start getting into this year and moving forward is offering more mobile service to customers go to their home or maybe their work.
Well, yeah, that's nice because you don't have to take off of, time from work, having your vehicle there, or worrying about trying to get back and forth, to the different places. So that's definitely something that I could see being a benefit.
Yeah. I mean, we're all busy. It's really hard to, someone schedule their vehicle. That's one thing we really offer with our shops is if you need help getting a ride back to work or you need us to even come pick your vehicle up from work, we can do that for you.
Yeah, my son was real excited. SafeLight will come do it in your house. His Volvo needed a windshield. He's like, hey, they're just going to come here and do it, Dad. Can you stay here and wait? Like, I've got nothing else going on. And then the dude shows up. He's like, this is my first Volvo. I got to take it back to the shop and get some help. It's like, well, we lost the mobile on this thing real quick.
Right.
So do you work with the bigger dealerships and the smaller independents?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So we do work for quite a few in town. We do work for Lubers and Cheney. We've been doing work for them. I mean, I've personally been doing work for Lubers for almost 16 years now.
Okay. How did you get your start in body work?
Literally, it's kind of a funny story. Two friends and I, my friend Kevin wanted to go to YO Tech to learn auto body work and fabrication, custom work. My other friend John worked at a body shop in Scott City where I grew up. And then I was going to go to the business side. I went to college for the business side of things. Definitely did not finish college, but that's okay. But my friend Kevin got a job working here in Hutch. And then my old boss, Brian, was looking to hire some other people. And so Kevin, my good buddy, was like, hey, my boss is looking to hire someone. Were you interested? And of course, I was working at a Dairy Queen at the time. So I was like, I'm ready to get out of Scott City, Kansas and come here to Hutch and started working.
Was it hard giving up the blizzards?
Yeah, I'm allergic to whey protein, so I can't
Really?
eat. I don't eat ice cream or drink milk.
You can tell by my appearance I am not.
Actually, just got me some new whey protein today at Rock Solid here in town. So
New whey protein. What?
well, I can't remember.
Let's go down this rabbit hole.
Cinnamon.
Yeah, it's like
some
a
kind of
New Whey
cinnamon
burgers
flavor.
or
Yeah,
something?
I haven't tried it yet.
A new whey burger?
No.
It's like a
New Whey burger flavored protein. That
You had me at new.
sounds interesting. Yeah.
So a new whey protein. All right, we're on different pages, aren't we?
Yeah.
I bet our fitness is different too.
Might be a little bit.
I bet our cardio is way
We're training for the marathon at Smallville, and I don't know why sometimes. Like,
I know
it's
you
not a
can
lot
get
of
in a
fun.
car and be there in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
This whole running thing is, I don't mind lifting the weights. It's the running that's getting to me.
You know, my dad ran 6
kinda
miles
hard.
a day.
Really?
6 miles a day until his doctor, he was like, looking for Kimberly. She's gone. I think he was 70.
Holy cow.
And so he all pinned up, he would do laps in his car garage, his 2-car garage.
Wow.
That's mom wouldn't let him out of the house.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's
And you can tell I probably haven't ran a total of 6 miles in my lifetime. So it's like, why would you do that? I was a soccer player too.
Right.
Go figure. So you got your start. Well, I just can't believe you left the Dairy Queen.
Yeah, I know, right?
But you're allergic to it, so I can imagine that.
Yeah.
So what is your what's your expertise in this world? What are you good at?
I would say I'm good at, on the business side of things, of customer relations.
Big one.
I'm really good with talking to my customers and building really good relationships with them. We have had really, really good returning customers through the whole business. I mean, we're working on a person's car next week that's been a customer of ours the whole almost 10 years we've been in business.
We can actually speak to that ourselves. We've actually used Josh. Very easy process.
Yeah, very.
Well, you use the word that it doesn't matter what business you're in, relationship. That's what it's all about. That's a great way to look at it.
Yep.
Because you are building something. You know, a decade doing this, That's a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a real big deal.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah,
You're doing
we
something
try
right.
to figure out what we're going to do for our 10-year anniversary. I want to do something. I'm thinking about having my guys and I, David at the shop, we talk about having a hamburger, hot dog feed at our shop and just inviting people to come hang out for a day and see where it goes. You know?
Hey, I got 2 cents, no-way burgers and blizzards, but
There you go.
that's just
Yeah.
me.
We could have some ice cream there for you.
Well, you guys do some stuff too. What was really cool, we actually built Josh's website for him too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That's AI, powered by what?
Forward AI.
Forward AI.
Yep.
There we go.
And what was really cool, like we've got a lot of pictures of, you bring in the 5th graders, what?
Fourth graders
Fourth
for
graders,
South
okay.
Hutch. So every year, except for a couple during COVID, but the 4th grade elementary class from South Hutchinson comes to the shop and we'll talk. They'll ask questions. We'll show them around the shop what we do.
What a fun day.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Well, it's a body shop, you know, there is some interesting stuff especially for kids. For me, it'd be fun, you know, it's neat to check some of that kind of stuff out. So,
Yeah,
I could spend a morning with them. No
yeah,
problem.
absolutely.
I'd have no idea what's going on. But
Sure.
Yeah. The number one question they ask is if we've ever worked on a Tesla. They always ask that question.
Really, Teslas.
Fun.
We've worked on a couple, but if it comes to like needing to replace parts on a Tesla, we can't because you have to take it to a Tesla.
So it would have been Corvettes when
system.
I was a kid.
Yeah.
What's that?
It would have been Corvettes when I was a kid. That's what we would have asked.
Well, yeah, probably.
Or like
Corvettes and-
Lamborghinis
Corvettes
or
and
something
Mustangs
like
are-
that. Yeah.
I've always
Pretty
been a
close,
Jag
but-
guy, but you know, Jaguar. What about you, Abby? Where would you go? Favorite car?
I like Broncos, honestly.
You're a Bronco, okay? Yeah,
Like the old ones.
You know, I watched a documentary on OJ last week.
Yeah, yeah,
Speaking
actually.
of Broncos.
Yeah, that year specifically.
90s
That
white
specific
Broncos. Yeah.
white Bronco.
Yeah,
You know, somebody had an impression made on it.
It's a classic. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a,
God, I can remember that chase like it was yesterday.
I do too. I
I was at the in-laws, the
was in
ex-in-laws.
school.
I better
I
qualify that.
was in grade school probably.
Really? Yeah. Well, I've seen a lot of other things. You probably never Columbia disaster. Watch that live. No, nothing. Okay, I'm the oldest. I win.
Well, along those lines, then, what's the weirdest thing you've ever found in a vehicle?
oh man. Well, you asked this question earlier, so I mean, I just say some inappropriate stuff.
Yeah.
It was naughty.
We found some inappropriate stuff one time with a Bible in the trunk, like next to it. So
Oh wow.
Okay, I'm going to qualify it for our listeners delicately. Was it illegal or just naughty?
naughty, yeah,
Okay,
for sure.
there you go.
No illegal substances.
No illegal substance. So naughty by the Bible. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Come on, people. Might have been a Gideon Bible from the hotel.
Could have been. Just could have been. You know.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself. You're paying for it.
Yeah.
So then also like back to the whole school thing with the 4th graders. I'm also part of on the board for the auto body program at the community college.
Yep.
And that's been really cool working with those students coming through the program. In fact, 3 of my employees 2 have graduated from the program that are working for me. And then now we have a kid who's a senior in high school who is going through the program that works for us as well.
It's kind of like you and I talked about. It's like giving back kind of the community and kind of setting up that next generation. It's kind of a common theme with a lot of entrepreneurs, I feel like, that they want other people to succeed, right? And to get into these kind of things. And it's like, if you've been through those struggles, how nice it is to kind of get a little bit of a leg up from somebody who's been in the game a little bit and can understand and can kind of give you a little bit of guidance.
Right.
So that's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
So is that young man, he's a senior, so is he like half day out at the vocational?
Yeah, so
Going through?
he's in his last, about to start his last trimester. Maybe it has started. I'm not sure. But he'll be able to come work in the morning and then go to high school in the afternoon.
Awesome. So he won't have to hit the Dairy Queen route. He'll go straight in.
There you go.
Yeah.
And you're sitting on the board at Hutch Community College and their vocational. We just joined it. I'm going to tell you, that's an important part that they need to bring in businesses, and Hutch Community College does a great job
They
of
do. They do a really good job.
because they want to know what you need.
Yeah. And that's one thing we do when we have our meetups and meet with the higher up people in the college. And then like recently we had one with Pratt Community College was there, and they were talking about their vocational stuff. I mean, they have local people in the auto body side, the auto mechanic side. I'm pretty sure the electrician side. any building trades. I mean, Hutch Community College is really involved with wanting to hear from the local businesses about what they're looking for from their students after they graduate, what they can maybe change in their curriculum to get them more prepared to come work for local shops or local businesses. And it's a really cool thing.
It's good to hear, especially if you've worked with someone. We do sometimes, right? In the tech industry, you work with fresh college graduates that kind of have a different idea of what needs to be done and the way that things need to be done. And it's nice. It's refreshing to hear that, as opposed to studying for grades, I guess, you're actually studying for the work that you're going to be doing.
Right.
Absolutely.
There's a difference between, passing a test and understanding the actual concepts behind some of this stuff. So that's refreshing that somebody's doing that.
And that was part of our participation. I'm going to take 2 steps back. You got the 4th graders in there. That could be chaos. So you've got child management down.
Yeah.
But that's also an impact on those kids. The next buddy guy might have been in that group.
Yeah.
So that's something maybe Hutch Connect needs to be a part of, creating something like that.
Yeah.
Because you got nothing else going on, right?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
I just have
nothing.
time where I'm just sitting at home chilling. So.
I'm not saying there should be a Hutch Connect bus and we just hit a school once a week, but let's marinate on that, all right?
Okay.
Our kids are
Think
grown
about it.
now too, for the most part. I mean, the youngest one's 15, so
You need to pump that brake.
yeah.
All right, so quick story time. My son just got a job, he's going to be 22 soon, at the middle school over here, speaking of kids. And he wants me to take him to work every day. Then when he gets out, he walks over here 2 blocks away for me to give him a ride home. And I say, hey, you're a grown-ass man the other day.
Sure.
And he goes, but Dad, I like spending time with you. You never get
something.
rid of. That's the moment it clicked. I loved hearing that. He's never leaving.
Yeah.
Never.
Now, do you think that he's just really good at dropping the compliments so that because he knows? I mean, he's your son. He's got to pick some of this stuff up.
No, it's so genuine because here's another one. This will probably get cut out. Where he's walking from the college home, and he calls me to tell me what a beautiful day and leaves this voicemail that's 3 minutes long. It's so beautiful. I wish you were with me right now, Dad. We'd have a great
that
walk.
is
He
sweet.
goes, hold on a second. There's a sign at the corner. And you hear his feet kind of pick up speed. And he goes, oh, it's for a roofing company. Oh, I'm in the street. It's,
Oh, I love
and
that.
he had a little traumatic brain injury when he was little. So, it's just, he's that guy. He just loves being around Dad.
That's nice.
He thinks
cute.
he thinks I'm better than I am. That's the key to that.
Hey, that's all you can wish for. You know what I
because
mean?
I got 2 that know I'm just a joke, and they
Sure.
treat me like it.
Sure.
So, let's get back on track here.
No, I like
A little
it. No, I
tangent.
like it.
That went way off. You got any kids?
No.
Let's go there.
Nope, no kids.
Atta boy.
No kids.
That keeps you in business. I tell you that right now.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
The guy before you started a business with one on the way.
He did.
I know.
That's-
I did that one time.
Take some guts. I waited till mine were grown and didn't want to be around us anymore.
Yeah.
Till
Yep.
we decided to do that. So.
And that is about 15. What's the magic age where they're smarter than you? I found it to be around 14.
Yeah, I was going to say according to
there you
them
go.
or according to me.
Yeah.
'cause
No,
Who's-
they just know.
I have yet to figure that one out.
Yeah, Josh doesn't care about this conversation.
No, I like it. I
You got a
mean,
dog?
no,
You
no.
can't even, a cat. You're a cat guy.
No, I'm allergic to cats.
Got employees, so
You
that's
can't have a
probably
lizard or a cat.
I'm a pretty boring dude.
I feel I hurt for you right now.
Yeah, it's
I'm a
okay.
cat guy.
I'm not missing much. It's okay. I mean,
yeah.
Dogs, I don't know, but cats, I like my cat. I'll be honest with you.
Cats are great. I just can't be around them.
And they're gooder than dogs because they know where to go to the bathroom.
For sure.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you do have a miss, and then they go to the Humane Society at our house.
If you're lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, so this is one thing that came up that was interesting to me, talking about the rust and everything, right? Like what's an issue that you think people put off doing that ends up being a bigger fix in the end? Because I got one that I'm hoping you're not going to say that.
I'm gonna tell you what it is because I've done the headlight service. It's not only does it look great, but your lights
Yeah,
work
the
a
headlights
lot
for
better.
sure.
Yeah.
So if your headlights are fogged over, I mean, a lot of people will go out and buy more expensive light bulbs, think that they're going to be brighter to get through that lens. But once that lens is cloudy, you could drop $80 on some headlight or bulbs,
Sure.
and it's not going to make a difference. And that the safety side of it, with clear headlights and being able to see at night is a game changer.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And that's the number one thing we always talk to the customers about, or I always let them know, like, hey, you're going to notice a huge difference driving at night. And then they'll call me up and like, oh, you were so right. Like, I can't believe I drove this long with fogged over headlights. It
looks so much better. I mean, you can just, everybody's seen those cars. You know, the car can look fine in the front, but those lights, it's like, oh.
Yeah.
It makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
But what's that service cost typically?
Headlight restoration is $75.
For both?
For both headlights.
It's a lot cheaper than a brand new set of
that's it.
Of headlight assembly too.
Yeah, I mean the average headlight or your headlight assembly is probably going to cost you maybe $300 to $400 a headlight or a headlamp, I should say.
Sure.
Yeah. The most expensive headlamps we ever put in was a 2023 Audi A8. Each headlamp, they had gotten a deer collision, so we had to replace both headlamps, front bumper, the hood, and each headlamp was $3,400.
Holy moly! I've had cars that were cheaper than that.
Yeah, it was wild.
Wow,
I couldn't believe it.
So what separates profession? Because I've tried to do some light auto body kind of stuff before, and it never turns out how you would think it would. So what kind of separates that from the DIY stuff from the professionals? Do you think?
Same thing, trial and error.
Sure.
I mean, that'd be a great question for my guy David if he was here. David, he's been my right hand man since I got started, and his growth and the level of what he can fix and repair is phenomenal. And he's just learned on the way.
To the experience stuff,
through the experience, yeah. Sure. And the tools are always changing.
Right.
So where we used to like weld in little studs and pull out dents and panels all the time, we use a lot of glue pulling now.
Okay.
So there's a glue pulling system where Kiko is the brand we use, and you'll use hot glue, put it on a tab, put it right there on the dent, and just work the dent out. And just use multiple different size tabs. Okay. There's different kind of glues. It's pretty impressive
So
stuff.
that way you don't have to do as much touch up after the fact?
You can use it that way, but the biggest thing is like you don't get into grinding down the paint and grinding down the metal.
Okay.
It's supposed to be like a cleaner, more efficient repair.
That makes sense. Makes sense.
And especially a lot of vehicles are aluminum now. Excuse me. And an aluminum dent puller is crazy expensive compared to anything steel. So you can get around that with the glue pulling technology.
Sure. Okay. Makes sense.
All right. So what do you see coming up in the future? You said maybe consolidation of the two shops?
Yeah, for sure. I'd like to, here in Hutchinson at least, I'd like to get everything under one building. I'm constantly looking for a building, but it's just got to be the right place. Sure. And in the future, I do plan to get to Wichita. I want to start more mobile stuff, and that's for the future around here, as well as doing more mobile work, coming to your business, also get into a little bit of mobile detailing as well. But if you call up and say, hey, we'd like to get our headlights done, or my dog just scratched the side of my car, could you come buff it out? We'll come to you and we'll polish out those scratches, clear up those headlights, and take care of that stuff.
Yeah, and you actually came to us both times, I believe, for my son's car got hit once, and he came to us. Yeah. So yeah, those are nice things, especially if you can't drive the vehicle. In this case, we probably could have drove it, but there was a taillight out, right? So it's nice to have somebody come and look at that versus how do I get it down to this shop, or, how do I do all that in the logistics? Yeah,
if people can't get their vehicle or don't have time maybe to bring it by the shop, I have no problem going and taking pictures, getting an estimate going to get the process going with the insurance company. So,
and that's important too, that you can fight that battle.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Sometimes they're a pain to work with.
Oh yeah.
And if you're not working with insurance companies, you're not going to have success. So that you have a track record with them, that makes a big difference. And also in the dollar amount you get. Yeah, they don't mess around with you. They know you're legit. So
yeah,
you got a question. He's got to ask a question. Explain this to me, because you threw that out. I was in left field when that. It's kind
of hard to explain. So I want to. The previous guest will have a question for the upcoming guest.
Okay.
And so the last person in the podcast today, the next one will not be able to hear for the next time that someone's on. They won't be able to hear that question. Which that way kind of works out a little bit better, I think, just because they don't get time to think about it.
Yeah, because he was in the room when Justin threw out from BFO.
Exactly.
I pretty much already forgot the question.
So now he's got. Yeah, just act like you forgot it.
Let me finish.
My ADD for
BFO bids and BFO to go. See, I'm paying attention.
Yes.
So he'd been sitting there thinking about it. Hit him with it. What's the question?
So what is something that you've changed your mind about 5 years ago that you thought maybe one way and now you've changed your mind about it?
Business related?
Sure.
Man, it's a loaded question. Thanks, Justin.
He was being nice to you too, actually.
Justin's nodding in approval.
One thing that I would change,
So one thing you've changed your mind on 5 years ago, you thought this way, but now you've changed your mind on it today.
I've definitely changed my mind on how, especially from 5 years ago, how I approach hiring people and employees and stuff like that.
Okay.
The bad ones will educate you real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You will learn a lot.
Definitely can learn a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
Definitely some struggles.
So what's your question for the next guest?
My question for the next guest is, if you could tell yourself one thing you know now about being a business owner when you first started, what would it be?
That's
a very good one.
question. Because about 85 things just rattled through my head.
Sure.
Including my ex-wife. Well, hey, I appreciate you showing up to the NACA Studios.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Give me the name of the website that you run, your company that you run for websites.
Forward AI.
I don't know why that's not locking in. I've seen it 1,000 times.
My last name too. That's kind of why we went with the Forward.
ForwardAI.com.
Yep.
Where am I going to find you at?
You can find us on Facebook, Instagram. Just search JZ Auto Appearance Specialties, and our website, jzautoappearancespecialties.com.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you coming in. And
thank you very much.
This was an awesome little learning experience.
Yeah. It was
Rusty's got to meet him.
Yeah.
1985 Suburban.
Might have just got you a customer,
You're going to be jealous. It's got a conversion inside.
That sounds awesome.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, welcome to segment 3 of the Hutch Connect podcast. This is our third podcast. In the room, we got Joey. We got Abby is no longer on camera. How did you get kicked off? Really? Okay. I didn't know if we'd go with Joey.
I tried to get her here. She refused.
And we got 2 guests here. I haven't even met you guys yet. How cold is that? You told me your name.
I'm AJ Barnes.
AJ Barnes and?
I'm Gavin.
Gavin, what are you guys here for?
We own Legitimate Electric.
Legitimate Electric.
Yep.
And you got to hear this one. You'll get a kick out of the name behind this one too. I thought it was a joke, but
is it better than 2 Labs?
Oh well, I'm a huge MC Hammer fan, and so we just
okay. Let's stop right there. Do you have any of the pants?
I want to get a whole crew outfit of the gold pants and everything.
I've been putting the brakes on that.
I had several sets, but I wore them out. You know?
Wore them out.
Yeah.
The man's been there and done that.
Yeah.
So, okay, MC Hammer fan. I'm writing this
so
down,
we had
by
to
the
make
way.
Too Legit to Quit. You know, hey, and all that. Yeah.
I love that.
I thought it was a joke at first. He's like, "No, I'm serious. He loves MC Hammer. That's cool."
He's an MC Hammer guy.
Yeah. Can't touch this. You know.
So, how old were you when Can't Touch This hit the?
I think I was grade school, so I'm thinking like...
Because you're younger than me, and I'm thinking, really?
Yeah, early grade school, I'm betting.
So your grade school teachers had to put up with the Can't Touch This?
We all had hammer pants in grade school.
I had hammer pants. Everybody, did you have hammer pants?
Oh, yeah. I'm 43, so absolutely.
Yeah, we're the same age, basically.
Yeah,
right there.
So give me the name.
Legitimate Electric.
Legitimate Electric, based on the MC Hammer. Too legit to quit.
We haven't gotten MC Hammer to approve this yet.
Well,
I have been trying on Facebook. I tag him sometimes. But
well, his current financial situation it might not be real expensive.
I feel like he ran into some issues a while back. Had to file for bankruptcy and stuff or something.
You know, I think he was too legit for a while, but then he finally had to quit.
Yeah.
What a great act. I mean, he was phenomenal in the day.
Yeah.
The dancing's just that's what's on point.
It was so fast, sideways, the parachute pants going. And you felt like you could do it, and then you look like a fool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
By
for
God,
sure.
I just could not get there. I did quit.
Yeah.
So when did you guys start your business, and what do you guys do exactly?
We actually started our business in 2020, the year of COVID, which is
Good timing.
That's a terrible time to start a business.
Right.
But it turns out even during COVID, people need electricity. So we just started small and kind of put our word out with our family and friends that we were taking some side gigs. And come April, we'll be in business 6 years.
Wait a second. So this is a living room start. Is that what we got here?
Yeah,
Garage start.
it's a living room
Awesome.
start, and we're
Nice.
still running the show out of our house for now.
I worked 40 hours at a day job at the gas plant out in South Hutch,
Okay.
and was a tech from 8 to 5, and then I would work nights and weekends for the first 2 years. And
2
I worked
years.
every weekend, every night for 2 years, basically.
So you were kind of in the trade already.
Yeah, I'd been a union electrician for 10 years, and then I was an I&E tech, so I did instrumentation, electronics for the refinery. I'm like a troubleshooter is what I mainly did, you know. If they had any trouble, they'd call me to find it, but it got, you know, that puts you in some scary situations. You know, people would be like, hey, the fire monitor's broken, and I'm like, go out there, and no, there's actually a fire.
Yeah.
You know, it's
it
not
worked
broken.
just like it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's functioning properly.
Yeah. So I gave up that because it kept getting, I mean, then they'd be like, hey, the gas monitor's broken. No,
Oh, man.
there's gas leaks happening, guys. So I
Working just
decided
fine.
residential's a little more safer than a gas environment, you know.
It could still be dangerous, but you know it's usually a squirrel you're dealing with instead of an idiot going, "It's not a fire."
Sure.
Everything's a-okay. Almighty.
Gavin and I had kind of daydreamed about having our own business when we were really young, 20 years ago. And so that's when he got into the union for the electrical union. And I started taking little classes on business management at
Nice.
HCC. And now we have it. And every day we wake up being like, why did we do this to ourselves?
Well, you were like
No, we love
defining
it.
the American dream. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I mean, you can, with zero, you can get somewhere. So you went through the union here in Hutch. I've heard about this program. I don't know the details, but my understanding is a young person can walk in there and within a number of years become a full-blown electrician.
Oh, yeah. They put you through school. It was a 4.5 years school education while you're working as an apprentice. And then,
So you're making money while you're going.
yep.
Okay.
Yep, the whole time.
And you're spending time with guys that know what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
So what are you, is it called a journeyman or what's the proper terminology?
Oh, yeah. You start as an apprentice, then you can become a journeyman. And then to own a business, you have to get a master's license.
Okay.
And then there
And you have the masters.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. That's awesome. And then you went for business education.
I went for business and entrepreneurship at Hutchinson Community College.
Awesome.
Very cool.
And just this year, our business has started our own apprenticeship program. So,
Really?
yeah, we're actually registered, residential wireman program through the state of Kansas. And we partner with Hutchinson Community College to do the education side for our guys.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
They don't just give that out.
They don't just give that out.
Holy
We were
cow.
fortunate this year. We even qualified. The state of Kansas gave out a lot of grant money to small businesses starting their own apprenticeship programs this year. And we were the only electrician on that list of 7 businesses in Kansas that got that grant this year.
Very
So
cool.
we're able to use that to further our apprenticeship program and hopefully help our business grow.
Well, it's
I
nice
think
because
all-
you
Go
can
ahead.
really funnel in the people and give them the skills that you want them to have through that program, right? Like we were talking
Yeah.
about in the other section. It's nice
Gavin
to have
was
that
able to
real
look at
world.
all of the classes that they offer in their electrical trades program and pick which classes fit the bill for what he does on the job.
Sure.
And so we were able to actually curate our own plan and program, which we then submitted to the state of Kansas, and they said, yes, you check all the boxes. So right now we're running a 2.5-year electrical apprenticeship.
Very
So-
cool.
And our guys will learn to do stuff that I don't get to do in the field so that as it comes up, they'll already have some knowledge of motors, of controls, different things that maybe they don't get to see on job, but I want them to have some understanding for when the time comes because I've done all that stuff, but I want to be like, hey, we're going to go work on motors and not have them show up and be like, what is this?
Sure.
So,
Well, I'll tell you the biggest advantage. So I'm gonna come back to you on this.
yeah.
My grandparents had a roofing company, and it was Grandma ran the business end of it, and Grandpa did the roofing and the management of the employees.
Okay.
So an apprentice comes in, they're going to see the whole shooting match.
Yeah.
Because I know that like everybody that worked for Grandpa was part of the family. You know, it was Mrs. Lepp, and everybody treated her like that. But
Right.
what a neat opportunity for the apprentice to see, you know, the dream happening.
Yeah, it's been really good for us. You know, currently the two guys we have, our main apprentice, who will be our first journeyman that we've trained up. You know, we were close with his family, and now he's part of our you know, and so we just kind of get to work together, and it's nice to be able to give opportunity to other young people in our community. And everybody needs electricity, and we need young guys to do it because he's getting tired.
You're getting tired. You got a retirement plan? Is that what you're working on?
Yeah, right.
this is it.
Training up the young guys. Yeah.
Yeah, be careful though. 12 years ago, I had a dream of retiring, and it was supposed to be a year and a half ago. So, mazel tov. I lost that little battle.
Time can get away from you a little
Apple,
bit.
you know what I'm talking about. All right. So, back to electricity. What's something that you see mostly the need of here at Hutch for residential? What are people calling you about?
We get a lot of calls for, you know, just old panel boards or, houses that have 2-prong outlets or knob and tube. And the real joy of, you know, old Hutchinson homes. There's just a lot of old homes in the town.
And that's a safety issue at that point.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you got a Federal Pacific panel or knob and tube, you know, or the combination of both, that's the worst. You know, you can usually make do with the knob and tube if you have a good breaker system. But
do you ever see people wanting to keep some of that older stuff just because of the, you know, the style maybe or something like that? And you're like, look, it's dangerous. I understand that you like this and it looks cool because it's old, but it's dangerous, man. Do you run into any of that?
I have not run into the crazy nuts, you know, but
still got some time.
If anything, I would say that he's come home saying they wanted to rip out all their knob and tube, but there's really nothing wrong with it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, you know, I advised him we should just keep this because it's going to cost you a lot of money, and let's go over here and make sure that your panel's safe.
That the important stuff's right.
Yeah, because I've had calls. Somebody's quoted a little old lady $20,000 because they need their entire house rewired when really her fridge outlet's not working. And I'm like, hey, we can just put a GFCI here and make sure that it'll trip if you have trouble. Because I'm not going to tell you if you don't have the money, you have to do that. It's like,
truthfully, that's part of why we're legit, right? It's like we want to do good quality work, and we want you to know that we're not here to overestimate your needs.
It's important, yeah. Well, we talked about it in the last episode we did. You know, it's hard. People get burnt, and I think once they do get burnt on these kind of things, no pun intended with the electricity.
Yep.
But you know, they hear stories about somebody else getting burnt, and then you're kind of gun shy from then on. You're like, every time that they're like checking these boxes for you need this and this and this, like, do I really need this? So it's nice to have somebody you can actually trust like that.
Yeah. And I definitely, you know, getting 2 estimates isn't a bad idea for anybody to do, you know, because there are people out there doing that.
Absolutely.
We get the calls all the time. And I sometimes even will kick myself because I'll be the second estimate and they'll tell me the first one and I'll come in like a quarter of that. Like, man, I really could have went to like half or 3/4. But no, I just keep it honest. What it'll cost is what it'll cost.
So that kind of goes into the importance of like, you know, being licensed and insured. Why is that such a big thing, you know, like in you guys' industry?
Well, I mean, the licensing, at least you know the guy knows what he's doing or has the certification, you know.
Well, I mean, if you don't mind, sorry to interrupt you, but there was just a story about a roofer in Wichita that had done all these jobs, collected all of this money. He's getting fined something near $25K or something. Was it $250,000 or something like that?
It's $250,000
because he's running around doing all this unpermitted work. You know, and we've come up to that with a lot of different customers, particularly home flippers. Who will say, do we have to pull a permit? Well, yeah, because we're legitimate.
Yeah. Sure.
Right. That's the whole thing.
Did you see the
Because I'm not going to wind
Yeah.
up on the news because we don't,
That's interesting. Somebody would ask you on that.
you'd be surprised how often
Really?
that happens. Yes.
Really?
Trying to save a dime.
Yeah, maybe weekly. And then Gavin's like, you need
wow.
to talk to the VJ.
Oh, so he leaves the hard stuff up to you then?
Well,
huh?
yeah,
She's way better at handling the hard stuff. That's for sure.
You're just like my grandparents. Grandma ran that show sometimes. She'd been on that roof a few times, tell fellas how things going to be. So,
I've been on a roof a time or two myself, so good for her.
how long have you guys been doing this? Since 2020. So we're into our 6th year, going into 6th year.
Yeah, it'll be 6 years in April that we've been in business for ourselves, but he's been electrician now for 20.
That's good.
So what's the scariest thing you've walked in? We talked about the alarms that didn't work that did work.
Yeah.
What's the scariest thing that you've ever walked into in that 20 years?
Well, I know as an apprentice, I had an electrocution that was pretty gnarly.
Really?
I was on top of a ladder just putting covers on boxes, and out of a wire nut, a little piece of wire went into my thumb, and it stuck into my thumb, and I was stuck on that ladder in a ceiling grid until I kicked the ladder out from under me. And that 8-foot fall was the only thing that saved my life, because luckily I kicked the ladder out, hit the ground, and otherwise I was stuck there because the copper was in my thumb. So
Making my heart race.
When you're married to a blue collar man, if you get a text in the middle of the day that says "I love you," you know that he probably just saw his life flash before his eyes.
Something just
Because
happened.
he's not going to usually interrupt his work day to send you
not
love
just
notes,
dropping them all the time.
unless he maybe just got electrocuted to the ceiling. So wear your gloves, folks. PPE.
Well, I've met many paper cuts over here. So
Same.
Send that text to Kim, baby, I love you. That's what it makes her.
It almost got me again, that envelope.
What's the biggest challenge you guys?
In time, and people are a little better about turning stuff off. But I know learning, it was like an old school way, like, oh, we don't need to shut it off, and you kind of learn.
You learn the hard way. But I'm shutting that off. What's the biggest challenge you guys have had over the last 5+ years getting this thing going?
Organization.
Okay.
Yeah. Finding time to get the paperwork done and get all that, because he'll grind all day getting all the work done. And then he'll come home. I'm like, we got to invoice those folks, right?
What's the processes, right? And I know for us specifically, like we had all these grandiose ideas of, we'll do it this way. And it's like, if you miss that process a little bit, now it gets so far ahead of you that you've kind of got to rethink the process. And if the process that you're doing is too complicated and you're not doing it, that's probably not a good process.
Right.
You got to take a step back.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
going to be doing that this weekend.
Yeah, you definitely got to be willing to let go of things that didn't work and try new things.
Yeah. Yeah, being adaptive, I think for any business owner is almost one of those skills where it's like kind of you have to be able to roll with the punches and be adaptive.
Yeah. What's your hardest thing?
Oh, definitely organization. Paperwork, man. Paperwork's a nightmare.
Unanimously.
When you work 50, 60 hours and then you have this stack of papers that you're like, oh no,
It just turned into 70.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah. That's what you spend your nights and weekends doing. Like, now I don't have 2 jobs, or do I? One of those kind of things.
For sure.
That definitely makes a difference.
What's a myth that makes you just cringe about like electrical work that you're like, oh, I hate hearing that?
Oh, like the fuse boxes are always bad.
Yeah.
Fuse boxes, if you have the proper size fuses, are 100% safe. That's why they still sell fuses.
Sure.
That's why they still have good fuse equipment. And so many people get told, you have a fuse box. Need
a breaker box instead.
You need to have the right size fuses. That's the problem with them, is people just put in great big ones. They're like, oh, my fuses, let's double it. Let's make it a 30. And so a lot of people are buying new panels, but a fuse box in and of itself is not bad if it's properly sized and maintained.
You'll love this. When I was younger, we would, car stereos, we would hook up car stereos, and not proud of this, but every once in a while we didn't have the money for fuses, so we would take the old aluminum foil and stick it in the fuse, and then,
Can't touch this. There we go.
Yeah.
You can buy those fuses that even have a little button, and you can reset them then.
Sure.
And then you just buy it once, and every once in a while.
Just reset it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But they're not in and of itself dangerous if they're properly maintained and
Sure.
right,
Sure.
And so many people are told, danger, danger. And I'll get calls like, I was told I need a whole new system.
You just
And luckily, I'm busy enough that I don't have to try to upsell and give them a whole new system. I'll be like, no, ma'am, let's just make it safe.
the correct size of fuse.
It'd be nice to have a new breaker box if you want to update or add to your home or add new load. But if you're just trying to make things work that you have, man, you can do it. That's for sure.
Is there any services, like if somebody's just curious on a new home or a rental or something like that, where you just come out and just do a walkthrough and take a look at it? Is that something you've done?
If it's a big, I have done free estimates for years, but now I've been so busy that we're trying to say, if it's a full day job, I'll come do a free estimate.
Yeah.
If it's smaller stuff, you can send me text messages. You can send me emails. I can review it online anytime.
Okay.
That's for free for sure. And if you're doing a big project, I'll do a free estimate. I just hate getting an estimate to go change a couple outlets. So just call me to change the outlets because it's only going to be a little bit anyway, because that was getting to be kind of crazy where I'd go do estimates to change a ceiling fan, and that's a lot of time.
You got a guy holding up $1 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes twice the amount of time to estimate a ceiling fan and then change the ceiling fan.
Yeah.
So we're kind of navigating how that looks for us
Figuring
this
out
year.
that process and refining it. Yep.
Because we've always done free estimates. It's just now we're kind of just changing. We'll do the free estimates online or Facebook me, video me. And I'll answer your questions.
Sometimes you'll even FaceTime video with people,
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great way to do it. I didn't
take
think of that.
10 minutes. Let me see the project.
So
Here's
they
the
actually
questions
had
I
a
have.
service, and I don't know if you've heard about this. It's kind of interesting, where they would basically hook you up with somebody like that was in a trade, right? So you would be in a conference call with them. You would pay for this service, but you would basically be in a conference call with this person, and they would kind of walk you through some of these simpler home, DIY kind of stuff. Nothing crazy, but that's with technology. I mean, you can definitely use it to your advantage that way, because doing it yourself sometimes without somebody, I'm sure could get people in a lot of trouble.
Well, maybe. We did gray outlets. The actual gray outlets are tough to find. But she wanted gray. I wanted gray for that gray wall. And we had 5 to replace. 4 of them wore off when I started working on them, but one of them was not. That woke me up pretty quick. And in my physical condition, my heart does not need any more strain. Kim's eyes got pretty wide at that moment.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Trying to think, I'm just like,
They always say it's fine.
well,
Before and after. That one's off, so I'll be fine.
and Wyatt's first question, you still have life insurance, right, Dan? Yeah.
Yeah, we even still tested even with the whole panel off, because we did a house in Hutchinson on 10th, had every single breaker off. I'd even unlanded the wires, but somebody in their infinite wisdom had ran a wire directly to the meter. And so there was an outlet in the home hooked up to the meter, and one of my apprentices cut the 2 wires, and I heard a boom, and I was like, oh, no, what in the world? And you open it up, and you're like, because stuff can happen. Just carry one of the little safety tools, and if it glows, it's probably on.
It's
Holy
hot.
cow.
That's part of that life lesson right there.
Yeah.
Because you're dealing with a lot of other guys' work, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And that's always fun to chase, I can imagine.
Oh, yeah.
So what's the best part of working with your wife? Throw that out there.
Yeah, what is that?
Feel like you're on the spot. Enjoy
It's
it.
good to have somebody that can be the mean one. I mean, just to say it that way.
I am not that mean.
That's a great answer.
Well, I have a trouble of being way too
Assertive.
nice.
He means assertive.
Assertive, yes. Like somebody who can get to business and say, no, this is how we do it.
You got to have that person.
It's a good cop, bad cop thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because people will run you over at a certain point.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I really don't like having to do that. Most of the time, we have a really good experience with our customers, and but there are times here and there where,
You're pulling the permit, damn it.
I'm pulling the permit, and you owe me the invoice. You owe me the money that we agreed upon, and that's just the way business goes. I don't get to go to Walmart and just walk out with whatever I want and take it home and use it.
See, that right there tells me you want her running the show.
I like that.
You
Yeah,
made a good
I like
decision,
the
my
attitude.
man. All right, let's flip it. What's the best part of working with this cat?
Gavin has built such a great reputation. We get nothing but positive feedback from the people that he works for. And I know that he's out there doing honest work. I've seen him in the middle of the night helping our community members when the electricity goes out or we've had an ice storm or something like that. He will always put our customers first. And I just really appreciate that. And I think because of that, we have quality customers and we offer quality service, and so I'm more than happy to support him.
And he actually, this was kind of cool too. You should talk about this a little bit. You made an electric 3-wheel bike, right? You basically made it from scratch, essentially.
Yeah, my buddy, he couldn't afford a new electric wheelchair. They were too expensive.
Sure.
So we just got a little kit for his trike.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I saw. I mean, the video was on Facebook and everything. It was really cool to see somebody do something like that for somebody, because you made somebody's day. You know what I mean? That you made them mobile.
Yeah, the mobility alone is huge.
Yes.
Well, he also made it like way too fast, is my understanding.
Whose fault's that?
There's that honesty.
His poor friend needed to slow down.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have great working hands. And 30 miles an hour is pretty quick.
Oh yeah, I thought it was like, hey, you got to keep it on Ken Kennedy, but no, 30 is good. Well, I've got my e-bike. I love it. I mean, what a dynamic. But for somebody that's their mobility, that's special, man. Way to get back.
Yep.
That's outstanding. Cool. Especially because that takes talent.
Yes.
Because I keep thinking I want to hot rod that one over there. But, I don't want to hurt myself. But this is the guy that'll do it, apparently.
He could do it for you, yeah.
You have to sign a waiver now, though. There's going to be a waiver.
I have to sign a waiver on that one. That's great. Yeah. What's the future look like for you guys?
Well, I know in May, I'm hoping that my apprentice with most experience takes his journeyman test.
Nice.
And then at that time, we should be about ready to hire a couple more apprentices, because I can have one under him and another one under me. And then I can start to look into commercial work a little more. I do a lot of small commercial projects, and I did big work for the 10 years I was in the union. So I have the know-how. I can read a blueprint, and I've almost wired anything and everything you can imagine. So getting into some of that could be lucrative for us. And
yeah, I think expanding our manpower is kind of the focus over the next 5 years. So getting more guys in the field, and then he'll have a little more time for that paperwork to get caught up.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, well, and the way you're doing it, I love that apprenticeship program that you guys, because that's a great way to do it, because what you're creating is the next generation. These kids are going to have a skill set forever. That's phenomenal. So
absolutely, trades
very
are awesome.
unique. Very unique.
Well, we're really excited to do that. When we started talking with HCC, they have just been incredible. As business owners, if you want to partner with HCC, they help you with all of the learning part that you as business owners need, right?
That
what
seems
paperwork
to be the way that
out.
I've heard nothing but good things.
They've been an excellent resource for our business, and they've connected us with these other opportunities with the state of Kansas, and I know so much more now just for us finding education for our apprentices. Now we've been educated in a lot of ways that have been really beneficial to our business.
Great way to put it. Hutch Community College. Or Hutchinson Community College. Go Blue Dragons, by the way.
Go Blue Dragons.
You got a pretty decent
I'm a Blue
football
Dragon
team.
alum.
They do.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to be a Blue Dragon next semester.
Congratulations.
Did you overhear that by chance?
I might have overheard it. There's
Yeah.
a lot of talking going
My
on.
17-year-old is going to go to school there next year. And
Excellent.
he's going to go into media and film. And I'm trying to figure out how to do all this. And I just kind of threw out, hey, maybe I'll take a class with you. Like, Dad, let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, man, you like me that well.
That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and if you walk that campus, have you been through the vocational department, Joey?
I've
ever?
not, we took my son went in. That was the first time that I'd ever been there. I didn't grow up here in Hutch,
Yeah.
so
Well, in that's a newer area,
Okay.
and it is top notch. I mean, it is just really one of the best
love that.
in the area, and you know it's working because WSU's kind of following suit in a lot of what HCC's doing. So
interesting.
they've gone to more of the vocational stream
Yeah.
outside of aviation. They're moving in that direction. So
Well, trades are one of those things. A lot of people. It's something that's going to be around forever. Like you guys said, people need electricity. I mean.
Yeah.
Even
just one of those
technical
things.
computer aspects, you
Sure.
don't need the whole degree, and they're starting to come up with more, degree or more classes in that field.
Well, with the state of Kansas is actually working really hard right now to expand apprenticeships throughout the entire state. So basically, if you have, it can be anything from piano technician to electrician to hairstylist. If you want to start your own apprenticeship as a small business, you should contact the state because they have a path for almost any kind. If you're doing web development,
Sure.
one of the other people that received a grant like us was also IT
Okay.
company. So they're doing a lot of work like that to help small business owners grow and help these young people get qualified educations in these technical fields. So
Well, it helps to keep the jobs here in the state too, right? Like,
yes.
especially the on-the-job training. I super important. It really is. You can learn so much from books, but actually having to go out and do it in the field.
Yeah. So
Totally changes.
Gavin provides, I think it's 4,800 hours on the job training. And then HCC provides, I want to say, I would have to look at my paperwork.
Sure. We won't hold you to
HCC
it.
provides the rest of the hours for the education.
well, and that 48 is with a person that's been there, done that, and you can't buy that, and you can't put it in a classroom.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Experience is invaluable,
Yes.
especially in a field like what you're working with, Gavin, where it can get serious real quick,
Very.
and people are dependent on you doing the right job the right way. So, yeah, that's a great program. So, you got any? Oh, you got to ask the question.
I got a
Let's
question
get
for you.
there. Yeah.
I'm not sure if you guys heard it or not. So, what's one thing that you would have told yourself now when you first started? So, something that you would when you first started that you would look back and say, "Hey."
Hey.
Something like look out for this, or even something that you changed your mind. You were going to think that this was going to be how things were, and it's not how
Reality's a little different.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, definitely. It's hard. You always want to help people out.
yes,
And helping people can still be done, but you don't have to help people for free.
sure,
You're still going to be able to help people just by being fair, honest, and a decent person.
talking to my soul right now.
If you just keep like doing charity for everybody, it's not only about losing money, but it wears you out.
Yes.
So like
You're absolutely right.
developing a way of just know that you're being honest, and that's helping people out as much as anything.
Okay,
Don't
I like that answer.
Don't just hand out and give away part of you, because that takes away from you.
Yeah.
You can still stay level and be helping people and not have to you're not robbing
bend
their
over backwards.
bank or
Sure.
anything, but
Sure.
you can still be helpful.
Okay, that's
know.
sagely advice. I feel like.
Yeah.
So what's the question? And you get the benefit of the person is not going to be here right now, so you get to you might you can be as mean as you want to him.
Well, it was funny because I had told Gavin that we had to come up with a question, and that question that we were asked was the one he had came up with for our next people. So you're gonna have to think of a new one.
So I had put some in here too, just for some placeholders.
Who's the next people coming up?
We don't know yet. That's what's going to be interesting
so
about
it
it.
has
Could be
to-
anybody.
Okay, so it can't be super specific.
The one that was nice today that I did this morning, or the very first section, was what risk paid off, just kind of to get the juices flowing here. What's one mistake that made you better was a good one. So it can be anything. It doesn't even necessarily have to be business related, What's
Working
the best
together,
thing about
I think, is
Hutchinson or...
there's a lot of couples out there working together. Maybe something in that line.
Yeah.
I think that it's great to see all these businesses with couples our age, trying to do something, right? I think a lot of us get that imposter syndrome where you're like, oh, I can't really do my idea. So I guess maybe my question would be, what was the thing that made you pull the trigger on your special idea?
I like that.
Oh, that's an awesome question. Kimberly, that's the reason we're doing this.
Yeah.
I told her that the other day, and she got upset with me.
Oh, really?
She's like, "You're just doing this for me."
Your
I said-
fault.
I said, "Well, yeah. I think this is what makes it great is that you get to do it with your wife."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And right now we have 3 couples in here. Yeah,
It's Valentine's Day tomorrow, too.
Is it?
Yeah. It is.
Damn. Here's the bad part. I can't even tell you my anniversary. Neither can she. We just don't remember things like that.
Yeah.
It's horrible. I mean, we're terrible. We're a terrible couple.
Right.
I don't know how we made it 20 whatever years.
Well, you're doing something right, apparently.
Well, she doesn't drive, so that's one thing.
Oh, maybe that's
As
it.
long as you keep driving for her. Let her go to the Goodwill every once in a while, etc. shop on North Main. Yeah, Goodwill's expensive.
It is.
Well, guys, thanks for coming in. It's great meeting you. It's very genuine. That's what I dug about it. And, and having an electrician that comes from the MC Hammer School.
I love it.
Too legit to quit because it is legit electron.
That's right.
How do we get a hold of you guys?
Well,
Best
we
way.
have our website.
Legit-electric.com is our website. You can
Nice.
find us on Facebook, Legitimate Electric, or you can call me. So 620-820-0337.
And you're going to get that permit.
Yeah, I am. We're gonna do it the right way. You won't be sliding.
Well, thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
That was a fun podcast.
Yeah.